For 20 years, the United States government ran a secret program. They drugged innocent people without their knowledge. They erased memories. They experimented on children. And when it was over, they destroyed every file. Almost every file. In 1953, the CIA launched one of the most disturbing covert operations in modern history. It was called MKUltra. Officially, it never existed. But what was uncovered decades later shocked the entire world and raised questions that have never fully been answered. The Cold War was at its peak. The United States was terrified. Soviet and Chinese forces had reportedly developed techniques to control human minds, forcing prisoners to confess to crimes they never committed. The CIA needed an answer, and they were willing to do anything to find one. MKUltra was approved at the highest levels of the CIA. Its goal was simple and terrifying: find a way to control the human mind. What followed was over 150 separate research projects carried out across 80 institutions, including universities, hospitals, and prisons, most of which had no idea they were working for the CIA. The methods were unlike anything seen before. Subjects were given massive doses of LSD without warning or consent. Some were kept awake for days. Others were subjected to extreme sensory deprivation, locked in dark, silent rooms until they lost touch with reality. Electroconvulsive therapy was applied far beyond any medical standard, and in some cases, subjects were given combinations of drugs and hypnosis in attempts to implant false memories or create what researchers called a blank slate, a human mind wiped completely clean. The victims were not spies or criminals. They were mental patients, prison inmates, drug addicts, and ordinary citizens who simply walked into a hospital or answered an ad. Many were never told what was happening to them. Some suffered permanent psychological damage. At least one person died. That person was Frank Olson, a CIA scientist who, in 1953, was given LSD without his knowledge during a team meeting. 9 days later, he fell from a 13th floor window in New York City. His death was ruled a suicide, but decades later, his family had his body exhumed. The findings suggested something far more sinister. Frank Olson may have been murdered, silenced before he could speak. In 1973, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered the destruction of all MKUltra files. Thousands of documents gone. It seemed the secret would die with them. But in 1977, a filing error saved roughly 20,000 documents from destruction. They had been misfiled in a financial records building and were discovered during a Freedom of Information Act request. What they revealed led to a full Senate investigation. The program was real. The experiments were real. And the government had known all along. The CIA officially admitted to MKUltra in 1977. Several victims received settlements, but no one was ever charged with a crime. No one went to prison. The scientists, the directors, the institutions all walked free. And the darkest question remains unanswered to this day. Did the mind control research actually work? The files that survived represent only a fraction of what existed. What was in the documents that were destroyed? We may never know. MKUltra is not a conspiracy theory. It is a documented, government-admitted program that experimented on thousands of people without their consent. If this story unsettled you, it should. Subscribe to Eclipse Lore for more hidden chapters of history that someone tried very hard to make you forget.